Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how to use the website EasyBib. Okay, let me get myself to the right website. It's easybib.com. Now this can be used to create citations. I'm not going to use this with you very often, but one thing I want you to do, there is an app for this, but you can just use the website for it. So let's say, for example, that I went to and I used a website, okay, for my information. So let's say that, excuse me for a second, and I go to Wikipedia, okay, and let's say I search for Golden Retriever, okay. All I really need to do is I need to copy this web address, okay, and I could do that just by tapping with my finger. I go back into EasyBib, and then I want to make sure that down here on the bottom that I choose the right place for this to go. So right now it's a website, so we want to make sure that website is clicked off on, and you're going to hit Cite It. Okay, and this is going to give you a basic citation. Always make sure that you look through the steps here, okay? It gives you the actual website once again. You hit Cite This. You can hit then continue to the final step. In this particular case, since it's to Wikipedia, you don't need to worry about the author in this particular case. So you're going to go to continue to final step. You can skip the author unless you can definitely find it on the Wikipedia page, because as we know, they're group edited, so there's really no reason to put that. We hit create citation, and that gives us the citation. Now we can hit copy and paste on the iPad, and it's going to give us that in the proper place. So now if we go back to Keynote, okay, and we were to create a new, if you'll excuse me for a second, if we were to create a new slide, we'll just use a blank one. Actually, let's use one that has the information on it. So we can double tap here and we can put Works Cited. And then we can double tap and we can hit paste. Oop. And look at that. It actually didn't paste the proper website. Let me go back real quick and do that so you see it in real time. Back onto the website. Okay, it's easiest just to tap on with your finger, and then you can copy. Make sure we get the whole thing. Let's go back. Go back to our Keynote. Hopefully this works. Does not need to be bullet points, so we can go up to our formatting here. Go back to the formatting pane, and we can turn off the bulleted list and put none. We can also make sure that this is cited all the way at the top. We hit Command V, and that's going to give us our citation. Don't need to necessarily make it bigger. It's in your best interest to do so, so this way I can read it. And we can, once again, simply go to the formatting pane and just make it a little bigger. You just need to remember, if you go to a second line, okay, you need to make sure that you go back to this and you tab in. Actually, if you excuse me, you hit enter and then tab, and it's going to tab in and indent the second line or any subsequent lines after that. I want you to get used to using citations for your work. So this is something definitely to practice with. You should have any pictures or any websites that you use about your favorite animal should be properly cited. You don't have to go crazy with this, but it's definitely something I want you to follow it up with. If you have any questions, use the discussion feature on your iPads in the iLearn curriculum to let me know if you had any trouble working through this particular portion. Your Works Cited slide, if you look here, I'm just grabbing this with my finger. You always want to make sure that that's your last slide in your presentation. Okay, that's the last thing. Any questions, use the discussion feature. This is something we will review more. Happy hunting and best of luck.